Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are back here on Ballyspring Silage King. Yes. So, last episode, we ended up purchasing this and this. And this is gonna be our chicken feed filler. And most likely we'll go ahead and grab the pallets of eggs as well with this. But we gotta get a tiny front loader of some sort. And I think I'll probably just end up going with the base game stuff. We'll take a little peek at what is available. And actually, instead of walking all the way over there, we gotta fill the chicken feed. So let's go ahead and just grab our tractor here. Now you might notice the lighting is a little bit different. I did talk about finding a lighting file that kind of fits a little bit better, that looks a little bit better. I installed Relight, so we'll see how that does. Yeah, we'll see how that does. Now there's a way to make your own custom XML for lighting and whatnot that you can drop into your folders for the game, and completely customize it to how you want. So I may look into that eventually, but for now, we'll just go with Relight, and hopefully that will look better. All right, let's get this thing fired up. There we go. And we'll back it on up here to the fill point. Right about there. We'll go ahead and fill this up with wheat. It only holds 1,600 liters, so we'll see how much is how much the capacity is there in the chicken coop. Now it may be full on food. I don't know. I can't remember what it was before, but you know. Alright, so this episode as well, we got to get into cutting. Actually, we've already cut all the grass. We need to get into collecting all of that grass. So I'm actually going to just slow down that speed just a little bit. And I may do some terrain paint and stuff right here just to kind of make it look like a vehicle has been driving through here. Oh, just barely cannot make it through there. I should have turned just a little bit wider. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's back this thing into here. We'll go into first person. There we go. Oh, is it going to take all of it? Yeah, it definitely took all of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and go get another load of feed. I wanted to go ahead and just top it off completely. And that way we can go ahead and just pick up some chickens, get them producing some eggs for us. That way we have a kind of like a passive income. You know, we don't have to do much but just top off their feed. I am really enjoying this map. I don't know why it has taken me so long to get to this map, to be honest. But yeah, here I am. Finally playing this map. So I don't know if I mentioned before in one of the previous episodes, I've been recording multiple things here lately, getting a bunch of stuff kind of pre-recorded because I have a work week coming up where I'll be working overnights for like 5 nights in a row. So yeah, I just want to make sure I have some content ready to go. Now this video may come out after that, but either way, I'll be set up. But anyways, I can't remember if I had mentioned or not. There is a new map coming out. When it will be out, I don't know. But I do believe it is in testing at this moment with Giants. But it is called Fairhead, and it is another Irish map, another map of Ireland, and it looks really, really good. And I definitely want to check that out. So we'll see how far we go with this series. We may make the jump over to Fairhead if we're at a fair point. See what I did there? In this series to move over. And I don't know if it'll be a continuation of the Silage King series, or if it'll just be used for another series. I haven't decided yet. I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas bouncing around in the old noggin, so we'll just have to see where we're at. But yes, so we can go ahead and buy the chickens so we can see where we're at as far as capacity on our food. This bar is definitely in the way. I wish there was a way to remove it. Are we going to use up all of our wheat for these chickens here? Which is fine, because I didn't plan on selling it anyways. But, yeah, we'll come over here. We'll dump this in, see where we're at. We'll go ahead and buy some chickens while we're over here. Now, even though this is not a realistic gameplay or anything, I do still like to play realistic, so I will be going to actually pick up the animals and bring them to the pens. Now, the chickens, obviously, I don't have any transport items for chickens or anything like that, so we'll just be doing the standard purchase them at the buy point here. There are mods out there that you can transport chickens and all that stuff, but again, I'm not going to stress it too much. I'm just kind of playing this to have a little bit of fun. And that has taken 3 complete trailer loads of wheat. We have 5,550 liters of food in here, so... Alright, so I do have the extended animals or enhanced animals or whatever it is. Gives me the ability to have ducks in the male and female, and then chickens in male and female, rooster, all that stuff. Yes, so we are going to start with chicks and ducklings, and we are going to go, let's see, we'll buy 60 chicks. We have a capacity of 200. We just got to make sure we can keep up with the demand of these chicks. Let's actually just go with 10. And then we will go with... That's going to cost 20. And then we will go with a rooster. We'll go with 2 roosters. Alright, so that is 12... chickens and whatnot. So we have ducklings. Let's also go with 10 ducklings in the female version, and then we will take a duckling male. We'll take 2 of those. There we go. That'll give us 24 to start with, and we have plenty of room for expansion and all of that. So let's go ahead and check our capacity for food here. After, of course, it saves when I come into the menu, as always, right? Okay. Alright. Oh, we got plenty of room. So this is definitely gonna take a little while. So I need to look into how the food works with Maize Plus for the chickens and whatnot. So right now we're just dropping in the energy food, which is going to be the wheat. And so I believe it's wheat and sorghum and all of that. So yeah, there's daily food and yearly food. So yeah, I also have the animal food breakdown or whatever it is. But it basically shows you like how much food you're going to be consuming per day and per year with the amount of animals you have currently in that pen. So yes. Let's go ahead and continue on filling up this chicken pen with food. We're going to top it off as much as we can so we can kind of just, leave it and forget it for a little while and get some other work done. So let me get this done real quick. Alright, so I was just curious and jumped over to the Manitou telehandler, and this works really well for feeding the chickens. So that is good to know. I'm not going to spend much more time on the chickens here. We'll go ahead and just leave them where they're at. We'll go ahead and put the equipment back here. Let's see. We need to get our manure forks. Get these dropped back in here. Oh, too far. Whoops. And then just because I like to back things in, I don't know why I insist on backing things in. I just think it looks better when it's all parked up. Alright, there we go. Get this shut off. And there we go. Beautiful. Back where it was. And this guy over here, we're going to hold on to this because we can still use this for the chickens and stuff. And yeah, so we'll just go ahead and just park this up in this little overflow area, is what I like to call it. I really don't like this bar though. I wish this bar was removable. That would be nice. Right about there should be fine. Beautiful. Perfect. Alright. Next up, we need to get to work on our... what is next? What is next? We need to get to work on our grass. So we have a lot of tedding to do. Got a couple of stages of tedding to get through, and then we also have to pick all of that up, get it into the silage bin, and we also have straw that needs to be baled up. So let's go ahead and get going on oh, that's my Fent, the other Fent out there. I was wondering what tractor is out there. Where is my Massey? There it is. It's already disconnected. Perfect. Now, what did I do with my tedder? What did I do with my tedder? What did I do with my tedder? Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh, it's hooked up to the Fent. Yeah, I can use the Fent for that. I can use the Fent for that. And then I'll just hook this up to the Massey. Yeah. Alright, that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and shut that off. We'll use the Fent. Beautiful. Alright. First things first, 68 is done, so we will be heading... Well, since we're right here, let's just go ahead and hit this field first. Go ahead and get that unfolded. We'll close this gate, just even though it is, you know, there is no collisions on the gate. I feel better if I would close it. Why is this? There we go. Now it gives me the close. Okay. Alright, let's see. We need to switch this over to conditioned. Conditioned is the first stage for this. Alright, let's go ahead and get it lowered down and get it started up. Beautiful. These fields definitely need to be reworked, so I'll probably run a cultivator through here. It's the only downside to these things. Sometimes I can get a little finicky. And what is the old pupper doing over here? He was over here when I was mowing. Always in the way. So yes, as you can imagine, this is going to take quite a while to get all of these fields done. So obviously I'm not going to bore you with sitting here and jibber jabbering while I get all this work done here. Make sure we don't miss any. There we go. So yes, let's jump on into a little time lapse and get this done. Alright, well, that is 1 day's worth of work, and we are still not done. We got this, this field is completely ready to be picked up, and again, this is only going to be bulk silage this year that we're going to be putting into the bunker silo, or the silage bunker, rather. And all of these fields are going to be going into the silage bunker. Then the next cut, I'll be pulling some silage off of some of the fields, and then I'll also be pulling some hay off of some of these fields. But for now, let's get on over to the house and let's sleep for the night. And we'll go until about 7. Let's go to 6. Money just came out for something. That's always great. 153 maintenance cost. Okay, it is still very dark. Let's take it to 7. No? Let's take it to 8. Yeah, we'll take it to 8. Alright, so 8 o'clock. So maybe 7 o'clock is about the sweet spot. So we'll keep that in mind. So yeah, we're gonna keep on rolling with getting these fields done. And as you can see, the grass is already starting to grow back, which is never easy to work with whenever you're working on rowing these fields and stuff. But that's okay. We'll manage. No big deal. Alright, let's get over to the next 2 fields. Let's see, how many fields do I got left? 2 fields. Yeah, 2 fields. 65 is the... Yeah, 65 is the wheat field where we got the straw. So we need to come in through here. Gotta turn wide to get into here. Perfect. Beautiful. And as you can see, well, you can't see anything with me being in the tree. As you can see, this field definitely needs to be picked up, and we got some weeds growing in, but it needs to be cultivated. Alright, here we go. We are into our next field, and let's get back to work. Alright, there we go. All of the windrowing is complete. So we can get this thing parked up back into the shed. We'll go into first person here for a little bit. This equipment is definitely dirty, so once we get everything baled up and kind of settled in for the winter, we should definitely wash up the equipment. That is for sure. But for now, we'll just I need... Usually I pull in there and back the equipment in, but let's do things the hard way, right? Luckily this tedder has, or this windrower has the wheels that turn on the back of this thing, but sometimes it can be a bit of a pain. And a little bit too responsive, you know what I mean? And we are stuck. Alright, we're good. Oh boy. That was embarrassing. That was... Oh my goodness, and it's still embarrassing. Yeah, you can see how it can be a bit of a pain with the with that stuff there on, with the wheels that turn on the back there. But yes. Alright. Yeah, this equipment is definitely filthy. It needs to be washed. That is for sure. We'll be getting this thing out next and picking up all of the grass and get it dumped into the silage bunker there. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Nope, that was the wrong button. Let's go ahead and get this guy parked out of the way. Kind of back over in this area is where I just kind of keep it right about there. Beautiful. This thing has been a workhorse so far. It looks so good when it's dirty, though. You know what I mean? I love when the equipment is dirty, but yes, it does. It does diminish your, you know, condition at a faster rate whenever you don't clean your equipment. So, you know, even though we're not really concerned with realism and, you know, as much as we are, you know, finances, as much as we are in the Real Survival series, definitely want to try to save money where we can. And I feel like something is off about where that dropped there. Yes. It is a little bit off. So we'll just pull this forward a little bit. There we go. Now we're talking. Alright. This tractor does not fit under there. That is unfortunate. Actually, if there's no collision on the beacons... Oh, it is just a smidge too tall. I was thinking if there's no collision on the beacons, then we should be able to park that in there. We could always park it in here as well. But I think for now we'll just park it back over here. And that'll be perfectly fine. Alright, this one is not quite as dirty. Beautiful. Alright, up next, that can stay there. This definitely does need to be washed as well. We're not going to do any baling this time around. Like I said, everything is going to be bulk for this time. So let's go ahead and get into this guy right here. Go ahead and unfold it. Oops. There we go. My goodness. Alright, one thing that we want to do is, I'm thinking... Yeah, we should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get all this picked up. We'll, probably... I don't know exactly how much of all this work that I am showing. But, yeah, because I'm going to do some time lapses and stuff like that as well. So, we'll go through this first field, and we're already missing stuff here. There we go. We'll continue on this outside row. We're definitely not going to be able to get this all in one trip on this field, so each field is going to take multiple trips, that is for sure. We could have done a silage additive, but we didn't do it on the first batch, so we're not going to worry about it with this one. We'll look into doing that on the next time around that we do silage, but we are going to need some hay on the next cut. Alright, there we go, one full load, and we'll show getting this dumped into the bunker the silage bunker. I don't know why I keep saying bunker silo. I mean, I guess it is kind of like a bunker silo, right? I just always call it silage bunker. Go ahead and back this up next to this pile. Right here. And we will force dump. I said force dump. There we go. So this can be a little bit finicky trying to get this to unload properly, so I give it a little bit and then I back up on a pile, and then it usually goes from there. Beautiful, perfect, awesome, amazing. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this all picked up, and we'll come back and see where we're at the end. Alright, here we go, picking up the last little bit of grass here for the silage bunker, and there we go. That took quite a while, actually, but I gotta tell you, I am absolutely loving this truck. This thing is a freaking riot to drive. I love it. This thing zips through the farm. It's amazing. It is amazing. Why I have not used this until now, I have no idea. And why more people don't use this, I have no idea. Yeah, so, yeah, this thing is just, it may not have the biggest capacity, right? But, I mean, it is so fun to drive. It is so fun to drive, and, yeah, it gets the job done pretty quick. You don't have to worry about trailer or anything like that, and, okay, is this thing gonna glitch again? So this isn't the machine. I know I'm talking highly of the machine here, right? But that is not the machine. You see how it still says 3 liters and it was constantly trying to dump? That is a glitch with the game that I have noticed sometimes. So what you do is you just come into your easy dev, And we'll go ahead and empty. There we go. Now we're at 0, and it won't be glitched out for anything in the future. I don't know why that necessarily hasn't been fixed, but yeah, that's been a glitch that I have noticed since the release of the game. Um, yeah, I don't know. All right, so we'll get this parked up. Again, we're not going to worry about washing the equipment right this second. We'll go ahead and get our silage and everything done, and then we'll worry about washing the equipment and get it all parked up for the winter. So there we go. Let's see how much we have here. Pull up our F1 menu. All right, we have 212. Oh my God. I thought that said 21,000. No, that says 212,825 liters of silage. We are off to a fantastic start with becoming the Silage King. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The Silage King is here, and he's here to stay. Alright. This thing just looks like a toy compared to everything else in the farm, but I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep it. One last thing that I want to do before we shut down for the day, for the episode here, is we're going to head on over to, and actually, real quick, I should have done this on my way out. I have been closing the gates on the fields that are complete with work. So this field is done. The only field left to do is going to be this one right here. We need to get our straw picked up, and then we need to get this land. Let's see. It does not need plowed? We need to cultivate it or mulch it or something. We need to do some stuff to this field. So yeah, we'll leave that gate open, and that'll remind me that yes, I have work to be done. That field is complete. And yes. Alright, so 66 and 64 actually seem to have a much higher yield on them, which is great. Yes, definitely got quite a bit of silage in there. So we're going to come over here real quick, and I don't know why I'm actually going over there. We're going to go over here. What am I doing with my life? This is where I want to go, okay, people? This is where I want to go. We're going to hit the store delivery point right here, and let's head on into front loaders. Now, I am going to do something that I don't necessarily do all the time, or really at all, and that is use a front loader that is base game. Now, this one looks quite large. This one right here would be better for the eggs. So we may end up just going with this front loader right here. We'll go ahead and buy this. And then we'll go down here to... We already have front loader tools, so we do not need to do anything else with that. We'll go ahead and hop into this. Yeah, this thing will be great. I never used this thing. I used it, I think, a little bit on a Hofbergman, but it was the modded version of this that was specifically for Hofbergman. So, yeah, this will be our egg collector for the pallets and everything. So, realistically, we could probably go ahead and just throw the pallet forks on this and call it good. But for now, we'll go ahead and just park it up in here. Only thing I don't like is the serpent, like, it has the middle pivot point, center pivot point steering. I've never been a fan of that, but you know what? I'm going to force myself to use it. I'm going to force myself to use it. So there we go. We have a new piece of equipment here on the farm. Now we're down to 186,000 euros, so we need to be careful with how much money we're spending. But that, I believe, is where we're going to wrap up this episode. Next episode, we're going to go ahead and compact that, that silage down, or the grass down, and get it covered to become silage. We're going to... let's see. We're going to get the straw picked up. And then we are going to drop some of that straw into the cow shed and a bunch of other things that I've got kind of listed for the next episode. But the cows are going to be coming soon. As soon as we get the silage done, we'll get some hay and everything else that we need for the TMR, or actually the maize plus food mix, feed mixing and all that stuff. We'll get into all that in the next episode or two. But yes, that is going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, and feel free to leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.